Even more legendary creatures, a Witherbloom card with a big effect, and Gavin Verhey discusses colleges versus guilds. Hello Magic players, on last night's weekly MTG we saw several new cards and a heartfelt goodbye. Host Steve Sunu announced at the end of the episode that this would be his final episode as host for weekly MTG. Sunu and Blake Rasmussen, who is currently out on paternity leave, have been the hosts of the program since it started about 3 years ago. Taking over hosting duties will be Chris Peeler, who has been helping host the show in Rasmussen's absence. We wish all the best for Steve. On to the previews. The final Planeswalker card in the set is revealed, sort of. Taking after Valki, God of Lies, Mila Crafty Companion is a legendary creature fox for 1 white on the front side, and on the other side of this modal DFC is Luca, Wayward Bonder, a Planeswalker for 4 red. Mila provides some protection for Planeswalkers and has card draw built right in, while Luca provides some looting, red-flavored reanimation with providing the creature haste and exiling at the end of turn, and his ultimate provides an emblem with the Warstorm Surge effect. Up next is another legendary creature with an ability that really needs to be built around. Mavinda Student's Advocate is a 2/3 flyer for 2 and a white. For 0 mana, you can cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, but if it doesn't target a creature you control, you need to pay 8 more mana. Then the spell is exiled, and you can only do it once per turn. 8 mana? Jeez, that is a lot for that restriction. What are some cards that you would play in a Mavinda deck? Let us know in the comments below. Selfless Glyph Weaver is a 2/3 for 2 and a white that exiles to give your creatures indestructible until end of turn, a slightly more costly version of Selfless Spirit. The other side of this modal DFC, Deadly Vanity, costs 8 and allows you to keep a creature or planeswalker while destroying the rest. Not quite Plaguewind, but, still pretty good. We finally get to see Killian, a character that has been the center of several cards already and has been the center of some controversy on social media for the way that his character and stories have portrayed some negative stereotypes of Asian students. Killian, Ink Duelist, is a 2/2 legendary creature for a white and a black that has lifelink and menace and reduces spells you cast that target creatures by 2 mana. An homage to Library of Alexandria, the Biblioplex was previewed on Twitter by folk indie rock band The Mountain Goats today. Fitting the theme of searching for a magical spell in the university library, it allows you to add a card to your hand from the top, but only if it's an instant or sorcery. You do, however, get to choose if you want to be a good student or a bad student by refiling the card back on the top of your library or put it into the graveyard. The Commander RC shows off another modal DLC legendary creature / sorcery on their blog today. Blex, Vexing Pest, will pump your creepy crawlies and gains you life when it dies, and the backside, Search for Blex, allows you to look at the top 5 cards of your library and either put them into your hand for life or put them into your graveyard. This really feels like the Flavor team had a lot of fun with this card. Where's Blex? Oh, there he is on the other side. Not to toot our own horn, but Star City Games gets to show off the final Elder Dragon in the set, Belladros Witherbloom. A 4/4 Mythic for 7 mana, it has flying, and at the beginning of each upkeep, you create a 1/1 pest token that gains you life when it dies, and you can pay 10 life to untap all lands you control, but only activate that once each turn. Wow, this card is wild. Creatures that allow you to untap lands have been the focal point of several combos in the past, so we'll see if paying 10 life and only being able to do it once per turn will keep that in check. Speaking of wild spells, another Mythic was dropped into the card image gallery today. Harness Infinity is an instant for 1, 3 black, and 3 green. It says, exchange your hand and graveyard, then exile Harness Infinity. I'm a big fan of Praetor's Council to be able to get your entire graveyard back into your hand, but that does allow you to not have a maximum hand size for the rest of your game, which is a big upside. We'll see how this one does. Over on Reddit, the Quandrix Mythic Modal DFC was revealed, and there was some immediate confusion about it. Jadzi, Oracle of Arcavios, is a 5/5 for 6 blue, and the other side, Journey to the Oracle, is a sorcery for 2 green. However, there was an issue with the card images that the MTG subreddit received, with the reminder text in the lower left-hand corner of the Jadzi side showing that the Journey to the Oracle would only cost 1 green. Even more confusing, the regular version of the Journey side has a cost of 2 green, but the extended art version has a cost of 1 green. It was clarified in the comments by a member of WotC's staff that the correct cost is 2 green. The images that were provided were incorrect, and the correct cost will be on the printed card. This is the second editorial error of the set so far, with the name of Zafai Thunder Conductor being changed to Zafai Thunder Collector in the text box of the card. Make sure to show your school spirit and pre-order Strixhaven singles and sealed product today at starcitygames.com/previews. One thing you'll probably hear Magic players mix up a little bit, maybe only for a few weeks, maybe for the rest of their lives, depending on how long they've been playing the game, is referring to the two color combinations by their guild names rather than their school names. On Good Morning Magic today, Gavin Verhey explained how the team at WotC tried to make the colleges of Strixhaven unique from the guilds of Ravnica that share their colors. Lorehold is focused on cards entering and leaving the graveyard, while Boros is well known for wanting to attack aggressively, for example. Gavin says that the guilds aren't going anywhere and that the colleges give players more options to identify with those combinations. That's your Magic the Gathering news for today, Friday, April 2nd. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.